my way or the highway. My way or the doggone highway. My way's the right way, your way's the wrong way. I left my home to join the army. I left my home to join the army. The day I left, my mama cried. She thought that I would surely die. Ooh-wee, 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 ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Oh no, I gotta leave, I gotta go. This army life is crazy. It's got me missing my baby. Yep, so I was the platoon guide, and as a platoon guide, I had to call cadence and march my platoon every day for when we go to the defect for breakfast, when we march back to the drill pad, when we march to the PT field. Wherever we go, we're marching, and I had to march. Now, I don't know if you noticed, I'm a little tone deaf, and the drill sergeants will always talk about me, and they were like, I thought you were black. Why don't you have any rhythm? You're not on beat. What is wrong with you? Get it together. And I was like, what you mean? I thought I sound good. You know, they say that in the army, the coffee's mighty fine. Looks like dirty water and tastes like turpentine. Gee, Ma, I wanna go. Sergeant won't let me go home. Hey, like, I don't know. I enjoyed it, but obviously the drill sergeants didn't enjoy it, and they talked about me once again. But it's cool. So, the main function of a PG was to march the platoon and to make sure that the platoon was uniformed and make sure that we were louder than everybody else. So that was my job. But I want to read you guys a letter. I haven't went into my little box. Let's go into my box. This is my box of stuff. And these are all the letters that Brother Herb sent me. So these are all the letters that Brother Herb sent me. And then this is just like other stuff. Like these are all the letters that my children and other family members sent me. This is a book that Brother Herb made me. And we will look at this another time. That's really special. My book that I took notes in. More letters and cards. This is a book that Brother Herb sent me. It's a notebook and the pages are upside down. So look, these are my sick call slips. I should have had these in my other video to show y'all when I went to sick call. Look, right wrist swollen due to a bite. What's this one? Right wrist swollen and more itchy. Right wrist swollen due to bite, sore, and itchiness. So I did go to sick call for my ribs, y'all. I thought it was later. See, pain left side ribs injured 2 weeks ago. So it took me 2 weeks to go to daggone sick call. And then they told me no heavy lifting, no overhead exercises for 4 days, and sit-ups at your own pace. That's crazy. So in this book are some pictures. So he taped some pictures in there. And I thought that was pretty cool. But yes, the pages are upside down. I want to read a letter, one of the letters that he wrote me. And this is what the envelopes look like that he would send me. Like, you see how he has the countdown? And then he'll write something on the side saying, this is letter number 12, reminds me of a song. I got 12 things to say and 12 ways of saying it. Like why? So let's see. Let's find a letter to read that he wrote. All right, so I found a good letter, and I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's really long, but this is one of the letters that I got that I just had to shake my head to. Look how it starts off. This is the beginning of the letter, y'all. September 22nd. Often I forget to make the girls food. Like tonight, I've been doing so much running around, I forgot that they have to eat dinner. I need you home, laughing out loud. Really, Brother Herd? And then it goes on to say, I don't really have time to sit down and focus on writing letters, or at least I don't know how to manage my time properly, and this is coming to light. I suck at time management. And then he said some encouraging words. He said, "You're strong and smart, so keep that in mind in everything that you do, and you will be fine. There's nothing that I can do to help coach you through it except to tell you again, if you see that wall that is telling you to stop, then break through that MF and keep going." And then he says at the end of the letter, he was like, "I missed the USAA bill. Oops." So you forget to feed the children dinner and you forget to pay a bill. Oh my goodness, bless him. And this was like a month in. This is like 4 weeks of me being gone already. And then he wrote lyrics to a Beyonce song where it's like, if I could look in your eyes and tell you how I feel right now inside, baby, I know that it's real, so real, so real, real, real. Here's another letter that was a couple days later, and it said, "Hey, I just saw some pictures of you at Basic Rifle Marksmanship. Once again, you out there looking good, and I'm proud of you, mainly because I noticed that your elbow was tucked in and you're getting the proper training that you need to be successful at shooting the M4. I'm glad that I took you to the range to shoot before so that I can say this is not all new to you, and you're not bad, and you're not a bad shot at all. I hope you didn't take all day to qualify, and I hope you shot at least a 23. If you did higher than that, you beat me, blah, blah, blah. I miss your voice. I miss everything about you. I'm so proud of you, and I know your knee thing is going to go away." Oh, I forgot I did have knee issues. That reminded me, like, I found somebody who had Motrin, and I was taking Motrin before I would run because my knees were, like, really bothering me. Like, my knees have been bothering me on and off since I was pregnant with the first child. So I forgot I had knee issues. Yep, that was another ailment that I had. And he said, "You're the best thing that could ever happen to me, and I will forever love you." That's sweet. Oh, let me find out. He got a little sweet side to him. He was talking about, like, he pretty much told me how Corey's birthday was and how Christina's birthday was, because I missed 2 birthdays, but I ended up sending them cash in the mail. Because we were able to go to the ATM when we went to the store to get, like, toiletries and stuff. So I went to the ATM and got it, and then I drew them a handmade card. And see, letters like this made me cry, because he was like, "Corey has graduated and moved on to preschool across the hall. Dropping her off has become a little bit easier. They have a lot of activities for her to do." That's what's up. So yeah, today's story time, I just wanted to kind of like go through these letters and kind of reminisce on what Brother Herb was going through and what I was going through. He would take them to Golden Corral every Thursday. That was something that they looked forward to every Thursday, to go to Golden Corral. I guess it was like cheaper. It was like 99 cents for children, and then you do face painting and stuff. So when I got home, they were like, "Mommy, we get to go to Golden Corral." I'm like, "For what? Who wants to go to Golden Corral?" But that's something that, you know, they picked up. It was a routine that they picked up. So that was cool. He was making routines with them. Man, I don't know what happened to this letter. Look at this. It's like tie-dye paper. It's not supposed to be like that. What spilled on here? So back to me being the PG, it was cool because I felt a sense of respect as a PG. I felt like I was always in the know of things that were going on, because a lot of times, so we were broken up into like different platoons, and a lot of times the drill sergeants want to only talk to the PGs because we have to be the ones to control certain situations. So like if we go out in the field, we got to make sure we have the MREs. If something needs to be done, we're able to delegate those tasks to somebody else. So it was more responsibility. And while other platoons were filtering through different PGs, I remained the PG of my platoon the entire cycle. So I was really proud about that. So me being older, I feel like I got a lot more respect from the drill sergeants. They didn't get all up in my face like they did other people. They didn't, make me feel really small like they did other people. I really felt like an adult to a certain extent, because I still had to be a trainee, and I still had to be, somebody that they are supposed to tear down just to bring them back up. But a lot of stuff didn't faze me. I wasn't fazed by, you cursing at me or you yelling at me. I wasn't fazed by my drill sergeant saying, "Hey, do your effing job." Like, I wasn't fazed by that. I'm like, okay. Like, I've gotten yelled at plenty of times in my life by my parents. So, you yelling at me at age 34 means nothing. So it was cool. I was able to handle it and tackle it differently than other people. The drill sergeants yell at other soldiers, they start crying real quick. It's like, what are you crying for? It's okay. It's just words. They're not going to touch you. Drill sergeants love to threaten people, and it was always a threat. You're not going to graduate. You're not going to make it to the next phase. We're going to keep you in the red phase until, whatever. You're not going to progress. You're not smart enough. You're this, you're that. And if you already know who you are as a person, and you're already aware of where you're trying to go, what people have to say isn't going to bother you. It's not going to affect your decision making. Like, you don't think I can do this? That's fine. Well, let me prove you wrong. That was my mindset. So it was all about proving people wrong and knowing what you're capable of, knowing your purpose, knowing who you are as a person. And so many people were there lost. They didn't know who they were. All they knew is what their parents told them they were, or what somebody else told them they were, or what they weren't. So also as a PG, I had, like, during field exercises and field time where we had to spend a night in the field, it was easier for me because I was able to pretty much determine who was going to have fire guard. There was some times where I had to have fire guard myself, but I didn't have to because I was the PG. So if I did do fire guard, it's because I wanted to do fire guard or I was covering for somebody else. But I was able to control that. I was able to control where I slept in the field. I had a little bit more say in my comfort being out in the field. And you know what? Sleeping outside actually isn't that bad. Like, I'm not talking about sleeping in a tent. I'm not talking about sleeping in a car or in a trailer or in a cabin. I'm talking about sleeping outside, like body to dirt. It's not that bad. Like, I thought I was going to freak out. I thought I was going to be scared. I thought that, I was going to care too much about bugs and stuff. But when you're sleepy, and you're like, I can stand up and go to sleep type sleepy, that ground is so comfortable, and you're not thinking about no bugs. You're not thinking about the weather. You're not thinking about, peeing outside. Like, you're like, look, good night. Like, I've had really comfortable sleep outside in my sleeping bag. Now, what you don't want to do is sleep with your boots outside of your sleeping bag with your boots untied, because when you wake up in the morning, and you go to put your boots on, don't you think that you might have a surprise in there waiting for you? I always slept with my boots inside my sleeping bag. Always. Sometimes I slept with my boots on. Because growing up as a child, I've been in a situation where I went to go put my shoe on and there was a spider in my shoe. And that's not fun. I've learned from that experience. And then it was like, I'd rather use the bathroom outside than to use the porta-johns. So very rarely did I use the porta-johns. It's like, let me find a spot in the woods to use the bathroom. It's so awesome to use the bathroom outside. I enjoy it. I don't mind it. When we go on road trips now and I have to use the bathroom, I'd rather go outside than to use a gas station. So, thank you for rocking with your girl, CandyC, and I will see you next time. Bye.
We paper chasing, yeah, we own that.